Polling underway for the third phase of Bihar Assembly elections. Polling is being held in 50 constituencies spread across 6 districts of Patna, Nalanda, Vaishali, Saran, Bhojpur and Buxar. Polling in 10 seats of Naxal-affected areas will end at 4 p.m. Over 1 crore 45 lakh voters will decide electoral fate of over 800 candidates in this phase. A day ahead of the third India-Africa Forum Summit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold bilateral meetings with heads of state and governments from Africa today. Trade, energy security, UN Security Council reforms and counter-terrorism are the key strategic issues on the agenda to be discussed during the talks. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj reiterated the role of India and Africa in eliminating poverty from the world and ushering in new era of development in India and Africa. The External Affairs Minister said India and Africa can no longer be excluded from the permanent membership of the UN Security Council. Centre has formed a committee to simplify income tax rules. 10-member committee to be headed by former Delhi High Court Judge R.V. Ishwar. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley launched PAN camps and e-Sahyog initiative to expedite issuance of PAN cards and paperless IT assessment. Speaking on the occasion, Jaitley said, Income Tax Department is committed to the Digital India initiative of the Government of India. Over 80,000 metric ton seized pulses will be in retail market very soon. The state governments have initiated action under Essential Commodity Act to make available seized pulses in retail market. Under de-hoarding operations, 8,394 raids have been conducted so far and over 80,000 metric ton pulses have been seized across the state. The states have indicated that seized stock of pulses will be made available in retail markets within a week. Railway received first tranche of financial assistance from Life Insurance Corporation as part of 1.5 lakh crore rupees assistance for investment in 50 projects over a 5-year period. This massive fund infusion will meet requirement for new railway project, will also help complete ongoing projects. Chief Minister's subgroup of Niti Aayog on rationalization of centrally sponsored scheme presented its final report to Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi. The report has been submitted on rationalization of centrally sponsored schemes. The Prime Minister complimented the Chief Ministers for their efforts. In a tough rebuff to Pakistan on repeated ceasefire violations in border areas of Jammu and Kashmir, Border Security Force told Pakistan Rangers that any misadventure will not be tolerated. After a flag meeting in Arispura sector between BSF and Pakistan Rangers, Inspector General BSF Rakesh Kumar hoped that Pakistan will now act responsibly. Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg, who is on a visit to India, will today interact with students and faculty at the Indian Institute of Technology in Delhi. The tech entrepreneur yesterday visited the Taj Mahal. He described the country's most photographed and photogenic monument as even more stunning than he expected. He also posted a picture of him sitting in front of the Taj Mahal. Within a couple of hours, his Taj Mahal post had received over 450,000 likes, 11,000 comments and 7,700 shares. Nepal's new president will be elected in parliament today after political parties failed to come up with a consensus candidate. With the promulgation of the constitution on September 20th, it was required to elect a new president within a month of the commencement of the parliament session. In a major revealing, former President Parvez Musharraf admitted that Pakistan supported and trained terrorist groups like Lashkar-e-Toiba in 1990s to carry out militancy in Kashmir. In an interview to Dunya News, the former Pak president said that people like Hafiz Saeed and Zakir Rahman Lakhvi enjoyed the status of heroes at that time. In an apparent snap to China's claim on all of South China Sea, United States sent its naval warship within 12 nautical miles of an artificial island created by China in disputed territory there. Condemning the act, China warned the US of consequences. The US said it will assert international community's freedom of navigation. The United States said that Iran has been invited to participate for the first time in international talks with the US and Russia over the Syrian conflict. The US State Department spokesman, however, said it was unclear if Iran's leaders would attend the talks starting in Vienna on Thursday. Top leaders from US, Russia, Arab and European nations are taking part in the talks. NASA's Cassini probe will make its lowest pass yet over Saturn's Enceladus moon today, swooping through the moon's towering plume of ice and water vapor to provide new insights into how hospitable the ocean thought to cover Enceladus could be to life. Cassini has been orbiting Saturn since 2004 and it quickly discovered that Enceladus has an icy plume shooting out from its south polar region. Giving a boost to India's preparations for next year's Rio Olympics, Sports Ministry enhanced financial aid to national sports federations. Salaries of coaches also increased by 2 to 3 times. Players and coaches can now travel by air to participate in sports meets.